Welcome to episode 135 of the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jordan, and this week we've got me, Jamie,
Monkey,
and Nick.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
We love casting spells. This week we're taking a look at Cave World Deluxe, released in 2023. Really quick, if you want to keep up with the show, you can find us on Twitter at List Up Podcast and on Instagram and TikTok at Listen Up Pod. That's where we'll make any announcements regarding the show or merch. Speaking of which, if you'd like to support us and the show, you can find merch at interestpointproductions.com or at the link tree in the socials. So regarding the selection for this week, Nick, why did you choose this album? And got the signature boot mug as well.
I was drinking Cheerwine beer out of my boot mug.
Flexing too hard, dude. That might be like the best thrift.
The shit is busting. It's really good.
Dude, that might be the best thrift find I've ever seen.
It's brewed by Noda Brewing out of Charlotte, and it's like a Cheerwine wheat beer. And when I smelled it, I was like, this is gonna be horrible. It just smells like Cheerwine. It's just gonna be like straight sugar. But like honestly, I don't know what they did, but it is really good.
Dude, I'm coming back in mid-April in a few weeks. I'm finding Cheerwine beer and I'm finding that Bojangles hard tea.
I haven't seen that, but
it's already in. I'm pretty sure it's in stores. I saw somebody else.
It's already in stores.
Yeah.
At the concert I was at Sunday, they had like 3 on top of like the fridge where they had the rest of the beers, but they weren't selling them. They were just like there's decoration, and I was like,
"You say, bro? I'll take that one warm."
Yeah, I'll drink it warm, bro.
Oh god.
And speaking of North Carolina, I now have dogwood flowers tattooed on me.
He got that dogwood on him.
He got that dog wood in him.
On him.
No.
He got dogwood in him.
On him.
No. Nope.
I mean, the needle pokes in you. You know, it's like maybe.
True. I guess it is right below the surface of the skin.
That is true.
Yep. It's in your veins. Anyways, the reason I picked this album, honestly, I've been into like, I'm really picky about the harder and heavier music that I listen to, and I've just been more into it recently, like the more energetic, like punk oriented things that I like. And I used to never think I would like any sort of punk music because I was like, it's too unstructured and just sounds like fucking crazy all the time. But like, but like
jazz.
But I like jazz.
But at the same time, like, I don't know. I think I'm just like, I've found a couple bands that I really do like, and they've served kind of as the gateway into the genre as a whole. Because one thing I do really like about like a lot of punk musicians in general is just that they're all like very like true to themselves and like their message and their roots and whatever they want to do. Like certain sections of like the like punk genre are like straight edge, and they don't do like they're basically like Mormons. Like they just don't do any drugs or like drink or anything, and they're like vegan, and they just because they like they believe in veganism and like not hurting animals and things like that. And
wait, sorry, real quick, can I add to that real quick?
Yeah.
I like Arden's into a lot of punk shows.
Okay.
And like I think because of their like people are straight edge there, but I think it's a lesser term, not like, you know, full on like vegan.
Yeah.
Like no sex, no drug. It's more just like I think, or in this case, like there's a lot of like substance abuse I think that goes on in those type of crowds a little bit more often than like, you know, say like maybe obviously it's everywhere. If you like music, that's not a defining term, but like the crowds, like the crowd of those people is known for like creating a safer space, I guess, for people that like are suffering with addiction and stuff like that. So like a lot of like I actually didn't hear straight edge a lot until like I started going to punk shows, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that person's straight edge. That person's blah blah blah." And I'd be like, what does that mean?" Like, and she would just like explain like there's just people that suffer a little bit more, so they're like, you know, it's kind of like a support group through music, kind of.
Yeah.
Especially if they can't like afford like a therapist or something because like, you know, they don't have the funds or something. I just wanted to add that in because I actually also just recently like learned about that term a little bit. Not that like I didn't know what straight, like obviously I can like a little bit, but specifically in like punk shows and like fan bases and stuff. That's what I discovered.
And I only knew about it from that podcast I listen to all the time, How Long Gone. Both of the hosts like used to be like really into like straight edge music and in the scenes in their like respective cities. Like they're both 40 now, but back when they were like 20 and like getting out of high school and stuff, like that's what they did all the time. And I think it's like it's not quite as big of a scene as it used to be, but it's like it's definitely still around, and like punk music is always still around. But like what I really like about punk music is that those people are very true to themselves and genuine, and like, it comes from a place of like singular or I guess just like artistic vision from the band rather than just being, you know, machined together. But but these guys specifically, honestly, not really sure when I found them. I think the reason I picked the album was just like because I figured it would be, I don't know, accessible is the wrong word. I figured it would be maybe like the most enjoyable out of like these harder bands that I listen to. Like maybe purely just from like a humor standpoint, because some of the lyrics are just wild. But and I really love this album because he makes fun of like right winger QAnon people like for a lot of it, and just like
conspiracy
incels
theorists and shit. Yeah,
dude,
it's so funny.
And like
it's so funny.
And he does like he'll do that a little bit in the old albums, but he also just throws in like random jokes, and he does that in this album too. But the old albums were more like satire and making fun of like society and just like random people and subjects as a whole. Like their most famous song is called Sports, and it's just like the song is absurd. Like it's just like this like bouncy like a bass and drums and like this weird little like it's almost like a it sounds like a video game sound effect that you would hear on like Wii Sports whenever you hit like a ping pong ball. It's like it's like two of those back to back in the song, and like whenever they happen at the concert, he always acts like he's like hitting something like with a paddle or like a baseball bat, and like in that song he just yells like, well, he doesn't yell until the end, but he just keeps listing off sports and then like saying things that aren't sports. He says like he says like baseball, basketball, wiener dog, and he just like keeps saying stuff, and then he says like getting high in the morning, buying things on the internet, and then the chorus is just him saying sports, and then like as the song goes on, he just keeps yelling it longer and longer, and it just like devolves into chaos, and that's their most famous song. Could not tell you why, but
wild.
Yeah, I think honestly I found it because do you guys know Piss Boy McGee on Twitter?
Yeah.
Kelvin.
Yep. The Arby's fan himself.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He tweeted something about listening to Sports by Viagra Boys on repeat, and I was like, okay, well this sounds insane. Like, who are the Viagra Boys? And then I looked it up, and I was like, okay, this is insane. And
this is insane.
And I didn't like that song like when I first found them like that much, but I liked some other songs on their first album, like Down in the Basement, the first song. It's about a guy hiding his fetishes from his wife and like going to see a dominatrix and stuff. And it says like, what does it say? Down in the basement, all dressed up in latex, like a chair in the middle of the room with a light bulb hanging from the ceiling or something like that. And like the song, like they cover real things, and then they have a song called Frog Strap that doesn't make any sense, and they have like there's a song on their second album called Secret Canine Agent that's just wild. Like, I don't know, if you're ever interested in, there's no lore, it's just all absurdity, but it's all really funny. Like the reason that they're called the Viagra Boys is because the first song they ever wrote together, the band formed when the bass player saw the singer singing karaoke at a wedding, and he was like, hey man, I think we could make a band. And the singer was like, dude, I'm just like a tattoo artist, like what you think I can sing in a band? And he's like, yeah, like just like come by my place and we'll like throw stuff together. And he like showed up and they wrote some stuff. And like I think the first
really funny.
The first song they ever made was called "Can't Get It Up," and it's about doing so many drugs that you can't get hard. And that's why they called themselves the Viagra Boys.
Okay, because that's what I
the Lonely Island effect, dude.
Yeah. But off that first EP, that song and Research Chemicals are my favorite ones. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I just picked this album because it's insane, it's hilarious, and honestly, I just love the drums and bass so much on this album. Like, the bass doesn't really sound like bass on a lot of other albums. Like, I didn't really connect it until I watched some of their like live footage. That like it's just so like loud and prominent, and it's closer to like Royal Blood's bass sound, which is like Royal Blood, their guitar sound is bass, and like this is closer to that, but it's not quite there. Yeah. But I just love it. Their bass player looks like so insane. He's like straight bald with a tattoo on the top of his head, and like their whole band, like they have a saxophone player who wears like the shortest jorts imaginable for like every show, and and just like wails on the saxophone, like
common sax player W.
Yeah, and like
common sax player W.
And their like synth player guy looks like Dennis Hopper, like he just wears like a cowboy hat, and he wears like a cowboy hat and like usually like a button up, sometimes jorts, but he's like, they're all just characters. And like the main singer, like Sebastian, Seb is what they all call him. He has a tattoo in the middle of his forehead that says Los. I'm not sure why. It's just LOS.
Just
and he's
honestly kind of hard.
Yeah. They're all from. They all live in Sweden, but Seb was born in America and then he moved to Sweden, and but the rest of them are actually Swedish, and
interesting.
Yeah, I mean like, yeah, and at all their concerts he just acts crazy and like takes his shirt off and he's covered in tattoos and he like lays on the stage and rolls around and like yells the lyrics and stuff. But
we fucking saw Paul Janeway do that shit, but I don't think it's punk rock. I think he probably just did a bunch of shrooms or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
True. But yeah, I mean, they're just a bunch of characters, and like I really like this album. I like a lot of music that doesn't take itself too seriously. Like,
just leave it. I like a lot of music.
Period.
I like a lot of music.
Next topic. No, like so much of like harder, heavier music just sounds like people fucking whining, and I just can't take it. Like,
yeah,
like
how so?
Like the majority of pop punk is just like someone melodically yelling about like losing their ex-girlfriend, and we'll drink rosé by the ocean. And that's every song. Miss you. That's like every song on 3 albums, and like I'm like, how can you sing about the same thing all the time?
It's probably the same, and it probably wasn't even like a messy breakup. They were probably just like, hey, I'd like it if you took out the trash and respected my friends more.
She liked his Instagram story twice.
Wrong? Yeah, literally, like. At Samuel.
Hey, I was beating around the bush, all right? I wasn't coming right for him.
I still see.
Bro, I don't think I know that.
In the steady
that's
on Banks actually.
Does Samuel listen to that music a lot?
Yeah. Well,
he listens to pop punk.
That's like the only kind that he's picked for the album so far, or for the podcast so far.
Yeah, like I guess like I don't think really Mammoth isn't quite, but
I forget about that one. I just remember the In Her Own Words and the band Camino.
But honestly, like In Her Own Words is some of my favorite stuff that I've heard. Like I couldn't tell you any song by like All Time Low besides Dear Maria, and I'm not like I'm not a huge fan of them.
I'm coming with you, Dear Maria. And that's on back. Dude, I'll be learning. I'm seeing Bring Me the Horizon. They're opening for Fall Out Boy in July.
Oh, hell.
So,
hey.
Because that's like right up Vic's alley. That was like when we were in our dubstep phase, she was in her like emo phase.
I love dubstep.
We were listening to Skrillex and Porter Robinson, and she was bumping like Bring Me the Horizon.
Have we done that album yet?
No.
Jamie, you promised.
We will at some point. Well, we'll do Nero at some point. I don't know about Skrillex. Even back in the day, I only liked Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. Kill 'em all or kill everyone or whatever. I want to kill everybody in the world.
I never listened to that one.
Really?
I think I'm pretty sure I've heard it before. But
we'll do Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, but like the album, it's just 12 different remixes by other electronic DJs.
I would love that.
No, actually, I do really want to do Welcome Reality sometime. We could do Nero's second album. It's like a very cyberpunk dystopian vibes.
Is that the Doomsday one?
No, that's on Welcome
Reality. The Doomsday.
Welcome Reality. It's like My Eyes, Doomsday, Promises, not the Skrillex remix, but the deluxe version has the Skrillex remix.
Promises.
Good.
No,
So good.
It's better. The non-Skrillex remix is better because Skrillex uses way too much heavy bass for like that kind of electronic music.
Nope.
L.
Reaching out for someone to hope. Whoop, whoop.
The same thing, but how I was talking about
go to sleep.
like a pop punk being repetitive. The same thing can be said about Viagra Boys. You know, like he talks about shrimp like every 3 songs.
Bro, I love it. I'm here for shrimp.
But that's like funny.
But it's funny. It's like a recurring joke. It's like an inside thing. It's like, oh, he talked about shrimp again. Why are they doing that? Like the song Frog Strap is on the first album. He mentions a frog strap in the song Secret Canine Agent on the second album. You know? It's all a running joke.
You got the gat. You get that strap with the gat.
Frog strap sounds like it either sounds like a weapon or it sounds like sexual, but they never say what it is. They just say frog strap.
But he does say in Return to Monkey something about masturbating with a frog, so.
He does.
Is it in Return to Monkey? Which
this
one
could
does
be
he
the
say
lure.
that on? Yeah, there might be a through thread. It might be a frog strap. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I think it is in Return to Monkey, but I just can't remember the line off the top of my head.
Dude, there's some fucking bangers on this album.
Yeah. So some banger one-offs, one-liners.
Yeah, because
Jordan, what did you think about that?
Yeah, how'd you like it?
I'm about to say.
No,
I was about to input because I was like, okay, I haven't got to say whether I liked it or not.
Well, I was just messing with you because you just took a bite of your.
No, I know. I actually was like,
keto
I'm
chicken
about to
bacon
interject
meal.
here. Let me just, dude. I was like, I'm about to interject here, and then I ate something. I was like, all right, I will a little bit longer.
And then Nick
I was like, oh shit,
interject,
niggas.
bitch.
Dude,
I'm not.
I actually really enjoy this album.
average.
Let's go.
Like even, I'm pretty sure the
Punk
first song has
loser.
like some like crazy sax in it.
Yeah,
does.
Like
yeah.
just a very nice saxophone. I was like,
Oh, you
all
mean
right, this album-
Baby Criminal?
Well, little Jimmy was the cutest little baby.
Dude, it was so good. It reminded me of like, hold on, let me like, I don't know. Again, I don't listen to a lot of music like this, so the only thing I have to compare to it is like, you know, the hits throughout the ages of like, you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s, like,
Yeah.
and this is like, I compare this to like some of that music. I can't even remember what years it was, but like, reminds me of some of the older music that like just
I could.
have insanely popular songs.
It sounds
but-
like to me, it's always sounded like demented disco music. Like
A
it
little
sounds
bit.
like
that's what I was gonna say too.
yeah, it's got like just like
I was gonna say 80s.
heavy grooves, like a lot of synths,
Yeah.
like very like
but
danceable
disco
in
in
the
a
weirdest way
yeah.
possible, and like
Yeah.
but at the
Put
same
disco
time
in
like
a different key and kind of fucked it up a little bit.
yeah.
Added more distortion and put it in a different key.
Yeah.
It sounds like music that you would hear like in a montage in a TV show, like when someone's having a bad trip or something and they're at like a nightclub, and
Yeah.
And then you just
But then, like,
you hear Seb singing
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"What happened to my little child?" And like,
Yeah.
it's just wild shit.
Like, what the fuck? But then I also the lyrics do make it a lot funnier. Like I think I enjoy the music a good amount, but like the lyrics also like are really funny. Like you said, just like I'm just like he's telling a story, but like the first story, like I was reading the lyrics as it like came up, and I was just like, this isn't like the craziest story. Just like somebody gets older, his mom is like, what happened to my baby, but it's like. The weirdest part was he killed a squirrel and turned it into a hat, but like maybe that's not the weirdest.
You don't think the weirdest part was that he microwaved batteries, or that he?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
there's some fucking funny.
I forgot about that. I didn't see that part.
He got all to a folks said he was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
kill us all.
He's gonna.
The squirrel hat just stuck out to me.
He's trying to build a nuclear device.
Yeah.
Apparently, what inspired this song was him reading a story about something that actually did happen, where a kid was trying to use like something inside of
using the radium from smoke detectors to make a nuclear device in his backyard.
yeah.
In his parents' garage or whatever. Yeah. But he wasn't doing it for malicious purposes. He was just doing it to do the science to see what happens.
Wait, he was making a what?
Yeah, so smoke detectors, the way that they work is there's like a small amount of radioactive material in it. I think it's iridium or radium. I don't remember.
Oh.
But it's like a small amount. And so he's just like collecting them to try to make like a DIY like nuclear reactor or something.
Bruh.
Like a nuclear engine kind of
That's-
thing. If I remember correctly.
That
was in like the early 2000s.
That's really funny.
I'm trying to
not
remember.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything about smoke detectors in the song, which I wouldn't be surprised if he would like weave that in somehow. But he does say, what they found him. He was in a little suit of tinfoil. He said he was trying to build a nuclear device, and that's all they really say about it. But I think he used that as inspiration to spin off just other weird things that a demented child would do, like killing a squirrel, turning into a to a hat.
I guess this was way later, or this was way earlier than I thought. In 1994, I think.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, in 1994, he attained Eagle Scout rank shortly after his lab was dismantled. He never managed to build a reactor. His goal was to build and demonstrate a homemade breeder reactor. It's a type of nuclear reactor. It was in Michigan in a backyard shed at his mom's house. Han's progress attracted the attention of the local police, where they found the material in his vehicle that troubled them during a stop for a separate matter, because he warned them that the material was radioactive. So the police contacted the feds, and then the EPA cleaned up his mom's property and shit. He served in the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, and was subsequently treated for mental illness and died at 39 due to drug and alcohol abuse.
Jesus.
Damn. Okay, that's why. Okay, so the incident was not widely publicized. Initially, it became better known after a 98 Harper's Magazine article, and then there was also a 2004 book, The Radioactive Boy Scout. So that's when it hit, I guess, more mainstream shit.
Dr. Manhattan.
That would explain it. Yeah.
That was
Dude, Oppenheimer comes out in July, right?
What'd you say?
What does?
Oppenheimer?
I think it does, actually.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Is it? Wait. It is this year, right? Because they made trailers of it last year.
Yeah.
And they were like, next summer.
Yeah, dude.
Summer.
I love Christopher Nolan. I like science and and thinking about the thought experiments of ethics of things like that.
Have you seen The Prestige, Jamie?
Damon, fucking Cillian Murphy.
You love Cillian Murphy.
I love him.
Jamie,
I've not seen The Prestige. No, I still haven't watched that.
Bro, how you like Christopher Nolan and haven't seen The Prestige?
Into watching movies, so I will watch it.
Man,
I kind of go
Robert
through
Downey
that.
Jr. is going to be in it. Florence Pugh.
You said you kind of get that, Nick?
Yeah, honestly, I watch way less movies than I used to, and
I thought you meant not watching The Prestige.
Oh no! I've seen The Prestige like 5 times, but Yeah, like I used to watch way more movies, and like the more I watch, like art house movies now, like indie films, I just man, I don't feel it like I used to. Like I don't know, like
It doesn't hit
just
the same
like
anymore.
50% of them, I'm like, yep, wish I would have done something else with that 2 hours. But sometimes you get good ones.
I had that with video games for a while, but I've been addicted to mine colonies and modded Minecraft for the last like week.
It says something that I was kind of that way with video games for a while, and then and then I got really into like Ragnarok, and like I replayed The Last of Us Part 2 after that, and then and then I played Atomic Heart, and then I stopped playing video games after Atomic Heart. So if that tells you anything.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I've got thick skin and an atomic heart.
Atomic Heart was the actually no, it wasn't the definition of mid. It was definitely a little below mid, but the only redeeming quality was the gameplay. The gameplay was fun. But anyways, let's talk about a troglodyte, huh?
Dude, so yeah, there were lots of bangers on this album, one of which definitely was Troglodyte for me.
Yeah. It was I think it was the second single. And I remember shouts out to Natalie. I remember texting her that song shortly after I found it, and her being like and it was like I think it was like it was later at night. It was probably like 10:30 or something, and I just said like doesn't this shit bang or something like that, and she was like, I don't know, I'm like kind of trying to go to bed right now, and this is kind of fucked up. Like I was like,
oh, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, but she did, like, she came back around to it, and she was like, okay, I do really like this, but it was just like she was in like a calm zen state, like ready to shut down for the night, and the song
I'm trying
is
to
about
do that more and more. I'm trying to do like 11 o'clock, no more screens. I'm going to start reading books.
Yeah.
Shit.
This year,
I still want to
the year of the books.
The year of the books and the gym.
We're gonna get to November, and you're gonna be like, "Got my Kindle, guys."
I read one.
Got to read 30 books in 2 months, but it's worth it.
Just turns
I've
into
read
college.
0. I've read 25 book pages this year. I've gotten 3 tattoos this year, though. So, you know.
Interesting.
Trying to average 1 a month.
True. Wait, have you read any books? Sorry, did you say?
No, I've read like 25 pages of books this year.
Oh.
So maybe 50 combined.
I'm like halfway through Jim Carrey's memoir. It is not.
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft though. So.
You ever seen Jim and Andy, Nick?
Yeah, it was good.
Me too. It actually was really good.
Yeah.
Bro, he goes to work on his computer and he thinks about his gun at home.
So bad.
Dude, this was like, one where no context. I was like, you want to hear the album for this week? When we were going to pick up Torchies the other day. And I played this one. And I was just vibing out to it. And then like she started hearing the words. She was like, wait, what's going on? I think she got
what
the
did he do?
verse. And she was like, wait, what? And I was like, let me go back.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Hold it up.
If you catch some of it, if you catch some of it out of context, it's definitely going to give you the wrong message. But yeah, it was the second single for the album. The first one was "Ain't No Thief," which we can talk about in a minute. But
I still love that one.
Yeah, but this one was the one that got me really excited for the album, and I loved "Ain't No Thief" after a while, but this one I really liked, like basically instantaneously. Like once I realized like what kind of the overarching message was, and like him just roasting.
You believe in fake news, and all you do is get angry on the internet, and you're, like less evolved than the rest of us.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
bro,
I love
this
that.
is hard. This is so good. This is a beautiful metaphor.
Dude, he says he don't believe the like whole verse 3. I guess where the like point comes to a head or whatever, where it's like,
Yeah.
he says he don't believe the science. All the news is fake. All you do is like what is it? Sit on your computer and write about the things you hate. But a million years ago, when we were still living in caves, you still wouldn't be welcomed by the other apes because you evolved a little too late.
That's so funny.
Like, evolutionarily, you have not succeeded. That's such a bar, dude. You ain't no ape. Yo, we're troglodyte. Yeah.
his computer and writes about the things he hates. But if it was a million years ago and we were still living in caves, you would not be welcomed by the other apes, cause you were both a bit too late. You ain't no ape, you're a troglodyte.
I don't think I never really realized what he said in verse 2 when he says, when everybody was a monkey, we had to fight just to survive, and now you got yourself a weapon. I never knew that he said, you think you choose who lives and dies. And then he says, and then he goes back into the, you're less evolved, you're a troglodyte.
Dude, I fucking love it. You're so fucking stupid. You are less evolved as a species, bro. You're still a little hard-shelled crab, dude.
It's hard.
That's so funny.
I don't even know what else to say about it besides like it's like a perfect metaphor in my opinion. It's just like honestly, like it's not even really a perfect metaphor to like encapsulate. It's not like paralleling like facts or anything. It's just enormously savage. It's just incredibly like,
dude. It's
baby brain. You have a baby brain.
Your prefrontal cortex hasn't evolved to have critical thinking.
Yeah, it's just I
Dude,
don't know. It's just really funny.
Speaking of tattoos, I would get like half of the little squares on this album,
I'm about
the
to
deluxe
say,
version
I-
and the regular version tattooed on me.
Dude,
Like that
I
shrimp,
love
I
the
fucking
boot.
love
I
that
love the
shrimp.
boot.
Yeah,
I
boot
love
is
the
sick.
boot more than
I've thought about I've actually talked with Suze about this. Like I really like the boot, and it was before the deluxe edition came out. But I really like the boot. I really like the shrimp in the fish bowl. Like on the deluxe one, like the weird angry crying boot is funny. I don't think I would get it, but it is funny.
See, that's the one I like.
I like just like kind of the regular boots on the other one, like the
Yeah, I see this.
yeah
I like
the monkey
the infographic cocaine snorting thing. I wouldn't get that one tattooed on me, but that's
No,
insane.
that one's scary. Dude. That was,
There's something about the way they're just looking straight ahead that's deeply unsettling.
yeah, like the first one's like kind of funny, but the second one is like oddly terrifying, like with the eye that's off of the head. Like the one on the deluxe version is the one with like the extra eye that doesn't really make sense.
dude, is it a metaphor that we're all
monkey
addicted
walking on
to social media, dude?
Holy shit!
It's freaking metaphor, bro. I love. It's literally my background on my phone. It's the pills, and they got like social media like apps on them, dude.
They feed us
Gmail, bro. I'm addicted to fucking
they feed
Gmail,
us their
bro.
poison so that we consume their cures.
Oh, and the circuit board. I thought about getting that one time, but
That's pretty cool.
yeah. But
It
honestly,
was like a maze.
yeah, like I just
or an infant?
I was just like, oh, I'm an electrical engineer. That would be cool. And then I was like, well, honestly, I really like the shrimp in the fishbowl.
Dude, the shrimp and fishbowl is fucking sick.
That one's
that's
amazing,
absolutely
dude.
one I would get.
I think
What about
one-
the weird dog on the original one?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like that one that much.
I think the sax player has
The monolith.
it's like from their old EPs. It's like kind of one of their original logos. It's like a very basic. It's the yin yang symbol, but like on the top, like a V is in white, and then on the bottom a B is in like black inside the black and white.
Instead of the circles.
Well, no, it
the
is the circle. I'll just send a picture of it really quick.
Oh, I see.
No, let's talk about it for like 5 more minutes, and then try to like have a
looks
concept.
like it was the cover for the sports EP or the sports single.
Yeah.
It looks like
that. Yeah, that and Just Like You, I think.
Yeah,
Just a
dude.
different
The
color.
fucking. Honestly, I also like the cave on the deluxe version.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Album
I fuck
art
with it.
killer.
I don't know which one I like more, the shrimp in the fishbowl or the shrimp just by itself on the deluxe thing. It's also cool how on the deluxe version they use the same like grid and then the D says deluxe instead of just the D. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good. Whoever they had do their graphics for the album, very, very good.
I just
Wait, it is. Sorry, when I said like the V and the B replaced the circles, I was talking about like the littler
You're talking about
circles
the
that were
deluxe,
like the other color.
I realized that, but I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Fuck you, Nick. I was right. I knew that's what they did. I knew it. And you lied to me, bruv.
Meet me at the tube station. I'll beat your fucking
Bring your sharpest
ass.
knife. Bring your sharpest pilly wicket, all right? Bring your sharpest pilly wicket, all right?
Get your pilly wicket, we'll start tallywhacking.
All of their album art. Honestly, originally I just kind of assumed it was by him since he was a tattoo artist. But that's an incorrect assumption. I know that his egg on my face. I know that his girlfriend, Seb's girlfriend, I know that she did the album art at least for the main version of the album. So I assume she did the deluxe version since it's so similar. But I know I all but know like I haven't seen any credits or anything, but there's an old EP that they did called Call of the Wild. And I'm positive that Seb did did the title work for that because it looks a lot like some of the tattoos he's done. Like his personal Instagram, I think he used to post a lot more of the tattoos that he did, and that one looks just like one of the tattoos that he's given someone before. But yeah, like all of their album art, like for their first album, like Street Worms is really crazy, and the deluxe edition is changed but still thematically the same. And then like the album art for their second album isn't too wild. Their album's just called Welfare Jazz, and it's just like that, like written kind of like all over the album along with their band name. But then the deluxe edition of that album is wildly different. It's a cowboy with his eyes bulging out, stroking a dog's paw in the desert, and you just got to look that one up. That's all I can really say about it. But just scrolling through their albums and looking at their album art, their live album, their Shrimp Sessions 2, the live album of their second album is really good. I actually love the whole live rendition of everything. The live version of the first song is amazing. Ain't Nice. That's one of my favorite songs by them. But yeah, like all of their I think one of their like biggest YouTube videos is like the live recording of their first album, and it's just called Shrimp Sessions 1, or it might just be called Shrimp Sessions because it's the first one they ever did. But it has like 1.5 million views, and it's them like playing the whole album in a factory while like people are just like driving forklifts around them and stuff like that. But
hell yeah,
okay, go type.
Yeah, the second one is also good, and the third one they didn't do their whole entire album. They just did some like select songs from it, but they're all good. Any live performance by them, especially the one at the IKEA festival, is amazing. Check that one out. It's hilarious. The first song they do with that one is Research Chemicals, which is like one of the first songs they ever put out that's not on any of their albums. It's from like an EP, which is kind of wild that they would be like, all right, we got this new album coming out. We're doing the first song we ever put out. Fuck you guys.
That's so punk rock, dude.
Yeah, but it's really funny. He like in between the songs, he just says like, I think it's the IKEA festival, but it's in Italy. They're in Milan, and he just keeps saying like weird, strange things to them in between the songs, like about like how he loves pizza and like how he's the new president now, and just like random shit. But it's really funny. And like I'm pretty sure I forget if they do themselves, but I think someone comments on like who why are we doing this? Like why are we like the IKEA like headliner band? Like just like IKEA hires the Viagra Boys. Like all right, sure. But I think IKEA's Swedish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're also from Sweden, the Viagra Boys. So.
They're actually Swedish.
But
Swedish. I'm actually Swedish. Oh, he got the boot chug. He's literally
he got that boot chug.
He's literally Badland Chugs, dude. Love that guy.
I wish I could.
He has a boot
mega
chug. Dude, I love him.
Chugging the 2 liter.
He did the Peeps. He did the Peeps Peeps Pepsi Boot Chug, and I watched that
Not
video.
the Peeps Pepsi.
Dude, that shit was actually pretty tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro. Coke and
Kind of
Mentos.
Dr. Pepper cream though, but strawberries and cream.
But yeah, I think we covered
But
troglodyte.
all right, that my rating for the album is.
Yep.
Oh,
I guess we're wrapping it up.
yeah. Let's.
Well, Punk Rock Loser.
That one was. Sorry. Go.
No, I know it was the third single for the album, and I think it's like it's really funny. Of course, I've said that about every song. Blah blah. They're all funny, but it is like it's a change of pace. I enjoy the kind of like laid back, like fake swagger that's going on, where he like
I know.
he feels like he's this cool ass guy, but really he sounds just horrible. And like you hear all this stuff that he says, and you're like, dude, how can you think you're cool? And he thinks he's like the coolest guy in the world, and it's just funny.
Literally.
It's funny.
I told you that ain't juice in my cup is promethazine.
He's
and
off the lean.
7-Up. Bro, right? I was going to say, how often do you hear the walkie slush reference not in a rap song?
I go to the function just to fuck shit up. I want you, baby, that ain't juice in my cup. It's promethazine and a little 7-Up. I tried to warn you that I'm bad and I'm loose. I'm looser than a piece of low-hanging fruit. I ain't your average normal dude. It sure ain't glamorous, but I keep things loose. I ain't your average punk rock loser. Yeah, I'm a savage. I'm really cool. I'm loose.
Tripping off the quail. Wait, what is it? The Neiman's. I think it's the Neiman's.
But yeah, that song's hilarious. I remember when it came out. They I think their Instagram caption for like a portion of the music video was like, did we spend the majority of the album's like marketing budget on giving Seb choreography lessons for the music video? Maybe we did. And he's like in a cowboy outfit, like line dancing with these other people in the music video. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I was gonna.
I'm
It's a
rocking
good
a
one.
little gold chain that ain't real gold.
This one?
It's fucking fake. It's so funny.
This one probably was the most catchy in my opinion. Just like the I ain't your average punk rock loser. I'm just a savage.
Yeah, it's got the
Really
it's got the, like, driving
I'm
and
really
the
cool.
run and like the
just him saying, "I'm really cool." I
know.
It's
And then he
amazing.
says, "Just to warn you, I'm loose." I'm loose. That was my that was gonna be my intro thing. I was just gonna be like,
Damn.
"I'm loose," but anyways, I didn't get it.
yeah, it, dude,
What
it's,
is-
it's
I'm
it's
looser
so
than a piece
funny
of low
because,
hanging
I mean,
fruit.
But dude, yeah, it's so funny. But by design, a lot of these songs are written about people who like. I mean, the reason it's relatable is because everyone knows a person like pretty much everyone's sang about in these songs.
Yeah.
Like listening to almost every song I can, especially the ones that are like some are more general, but others are like pointed like this type of person. I'm like,
Directly.
I know someone who's like that. I know someone who's like
Yeah.
that. I know someone who's like that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows someone. Everyone's got family members that are like that.
Dude,
It's
this
just so
also this
fucking
song. I sent in the chat. You can listen to like after the podcast, but like this song reminds me of this song from like Hoodwinked, where it's like trying to be like a rock band about like it also like the if you look at the lyrics of this song, the Hoodwinked one, it's also just like it's like about animals, so it's like also like hyper specific to something that like is just kind of funny, and it's like but like the guitar riff on this, and even like the "No, you're at," like I don't know why, but it just like it reminds me so much of this song, and maybe you guys don't see it the same, but it's like it's so funny to me.
Wait, what Hoodwinked song is it?
I sent it on the song recommendation. It's called Tree Critter.
Oh, okay.
It was like, "I'm a tree critter." It has like this like heavy like distorted like guitar ish. It's so funny, dude. It just reminded me because it's like a funny song that like actually sounds pretty decent, but like the when you look into like the lyrics, it's just like fuck, is this about like animals or some shit, or is this about some dude just like, and I'm sorry, honey, but I gotta confess, don't give a fuck about you. I could really care less. Like, I ain't your average normal dude. Like, it's just funny, like putting average and normal in there. Like, he's like emphasizing like doubly that like I'm not average or normal,
man. I'm so normal. Sorry,
I'm loose.
I'm a little distracted. I have to remember to download I just got my film scans back. I need to
Download your what, buddy?
My film scans. I need to download them before they I can't anymore.
Boo.
How
How about you just don't download them then?
What? Then what's the point?
Is there really a point to this life, brother?
Oh, shit.
After listening to this album,
I ain't your ass.
you really don't get that?
I'm a nihilist now.
Yeah, this one is very good. It will kind of give you a little bit of nihilism if you didn't already have it. Mm-hmm. Or you look at it and be like, yeah, what is it? Nothing matters, sad, or nothing matters. Okay.
It's the best. Well, it's not really the best way to be. You gotta kind of try and define your own purpose. You know, you gotta set some little goals for yourself. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't wanna.
Also fair. Creepy crawlers. Very funny. That's listening to this song is the first time I ever heard the word adrenochrome. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really, Dylan? You
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
you didn't
honestly,
get that
me
shit
too.
Beaten into you by all the adrenochrome bits me and Dylan did.
Maybe I wasn't around for that. I don't know.
Adrenochrome.
Like I just didn't like. I never. I don't think I'd ever heard an explanation of like kind of the core values of like the core values of alt-right conspiracy or like QAnon theory, or I think QAnon is always like evolving and just like
Well, it's all part of Q's master plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not watch the doc, Nick? By he who shall not be named.
This place doesn't rule, am I right? But adrenochrome. Yeah, I mean, the song,
what is that?
Like, well, supposedly, according to the Q people, according to the conspiracy-loving alt-right people,
Yeah.
it's a chemical that's found in unvaccinated children that keeps the cabal of deep state globalist politicians looking young, even though most of them look like old shit. But
and it helps them. It's what they use to conceal their lizard identities.
yeah,
But wouldn't they want vaccinated children then?
no,
Oh no, wait, they're praying. They're
want
praying.
pure
the vaccine has
blood.
creepy crawlers.
Yeah, the vaccine taints the blood. You have to have the pure blood to distill the adrenochrome.
Oh God, Jamie, you're getting too much into.
We're just
close
reciting Q theory. We're just
No. I know. I'm saying like, oh God, that sounds exactly like.
no, it's the pure blood. But yeah, the whole song is just this like spoken word style song that he has here. There's a lot more of them on the second album, and there's one or two on the first album. But
I'll have to check out the second album because I really like it.
yeah, the second album they're less like I don't know, like politically like they don't comment on politics as much. Like he just like rants and rambles about like dogs basically. But you just got to hear it. He talks about how in a room of yelling people a dog howls in a distinct register so that it separates itself from the rest of the yells because it knows that it's singular and confident and the best in the room. It's best in show, and he just keeps yelling about how it's best in show. I'm the bestest
in the room.
But on this one he chooses to target, just people who spend way too much time watching Ben Shapiro videos. And, or
not even Ben Shapiro.
No.
Worse than that.
Worse than Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like.
I guess Ben Shapiro isn't like schizophrenic. He's just like.
Yeah, he's just an awful human being.
Yeah.
Bad takes.
Mm-hmm. Alex Jones is more like it, but
yeah. I can't believe it. Didn't you read the sources?
The article I sent you.
Did you see the article I sent you? Didn't you do your research?
The funniest thing too.
Babies.
Turning kids into adrenochrome. They're turning kids into adrenochrome. Can you believe it? Listen, people! Oh, they're harvesting our children! Our children are growing up with lizard gills and animal hair! That ain't normal baby hair, that's animal hair! You can tell if you touch it. Oh, it's disgusting! I can't believe it! When I was younger, none of this existed! Everything was fine, everything was perfect, and now it's ruined! It's ruined because you voted on the wrong motherfucker! Because you didn't believe it! You wouldn't believe the sources that I linked you! I told you to read! I told you to do your research! I told you, man! I told you they're harvesting babies for adrenochrome!
Right, the funniest thing too about Alex Jones is that like it's lit. Nick, I know you've probably seen the John Oliver segment at some point on Alex Jones. It was a while ago. It was like maybe like 3 years. Or
yeah,
like
I probably
4.
need.
I think I remember watching it.
I need to look it up because I've seen his Tucker Carlson and I've seen the recent one about Meatball Ronnie, but that's all I've seen.
I haven't seen Meatball Ronnie yet, but basically he's just another like. Most of his money just comes from selling like merch and like supplements.
Yeah.
And so like he's just like I mean it's like genius in the worst way possible where he's just like a figure that just gets a lot of what's that like traffic to his website and just sells like supplements, like diet supplements.
Yeah,
You're like,
well, it's the
dude,
same
this dude
shit.
makes most of his money by diet supplements. Like what?
Yeah,
He's like a political activist, but he's like literally only doing it to sell, supplements.
Well,
it's
that's
just weird.
I mean, that's like Liver King.
Yeah, but it's like Liver King.
Bad, but it's the same
no. But
that like Liver King uses and that like kids YouTubers use. Like, have you ever watched a kid's YouTube video? It's a 24
yeah, I've seen all of them.
Dude.
No.
It's a 24-year-old dude yelling, putting in crazy visual and sound effects because kids love that shit, and then every 2 minutes plugging their own merch and website and shit for like a 10-minute video. And the video is just long enough to where you could have the mid-roll ads. Yeah.
But like, the thing about like Liver King is like, he works out and he's selling like workout diets. Obviously he's like not natural and he's claiming he's natural. That's like a whole different thing. The kids YouTuber is like, they make content and like merch. It's a little bit closer of a link to me, but like being like a political figure and just a set, like, I don't know, that one's like a little bit more of like a disconnect for me.
Just merch.
Yeah. It's like, it's really like, I don't know, like yes, all three of them are just doing like crazy shit, but then I don't know, I have a problem like kids YouTubers I don't really have a problem with, like because I'm like but like
Jamie's got
I mean if they're like exploiting kids for like money, yes, but like Alex Jones is just like driving home like a divide that's just like deepening, and I like
playing with
thing is
identity politics and like shit like that.
Yeah, the thing is you'll never really even know if they actually believe that or not, And that one documentary you were talking about, Nick, the what is it? This Place Doesn't Rule?
No, it's called This Place Rules.
Place Rules.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was trying to do the opposite of what you said. I can't remember what you said, but it's like that one dude that was just like, yeah, we sell Trump merch, and then he's like, maybe, and I'm not going to say this for sure, but maybe we also sell Joe Biden merch because we still got to put food on our table at the end of the day. And I was like, I mean, I kind of knew that was like happening, like you go into like one of those like stores, like it's less like when I went to Tennessee, it was way more like Trump store and that stuff. But every once in a while, there'd be a store that just had like Trump and Biden and like Obama just like merch in there, and you're just like, so like this is just making a profit off of.
And isn't it so weird that people
so
like the media plays so well and people eat it up so well that like like T-shirts with other old ass dudes' names on them sell just as well as like sports teams.
I know.
Because they do the same thing. Like if you ever go to Target and like every Target has like the regional clothing. Like if you go to South Carolina, it's USC.
Oh yeah.
It's Clemson. It's College of Charleston shit. If you go to North Carolina, it's Duke, NC State, and Carolina, and ECU. And then like the political shirts are the same way because people are like, "That's my team," and I'm like,
I know.
You're all dumb, bro. Don't you see?
There are no teams.
They're all old millionaires. Have you seen our president next to other countries' leaders? He's old as fuck, dog.
Yeah. And the dude he was running against was also old as fuck.
Fucking Finland gets like a hot bi prime minister who just parties on the weekends and during the weekdays. And we get fucking Joe Biden and Donald Trump back to back.
Back to back.
Canada gets fucking heartthrob Justin Trudeau. Thoreau? Which one's the
Justin
actor? Which
Thoreau.
one's the prime minister? I don't remember. But it's
Thoreau is the actor.
Yes, okay. Trudeau is the government guy. And Ron Ford, the Coke mayor from Toronto. Like, why don't we get cool politicians?
Oh yeah.
Did he die?
All ours just lick boots and like sell their souls, man.
I'm looking it up.
Didn't he die?
He died recently, yeah. Big ups to the crack mayor from Toronto.
Big ups to my dude. When is Anthony Weiner?
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, but yeah, Creepy Crawlers is a banger. But I think my favorite song on the album is the Cognitive Trade-Off Hypothesis.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's so good. It's by far the most catchy to me.
I actually I put this on a podcast playlist like a long time ago, like right when the album came out.
Gotcha. I've probably heard it before then. It just didn't stick out to me back then. But
yeah,
holy shit,
honestly,
bangs.
it was just because I was like, this seems like the most digestible. Like he's not like screaming. Like it's pretty melodic and like it's a little brooding, but it's.
This was actually the first song I liked off the album. Like the first, I liked a couple, but like this was the first one I was like, okay, I like this enough to like it.
I got
like
you.
I liked a couple, but this was the first one I was like, okay. So I did have that same sentiment, Jamie, but I don't know if it's my favorite, but I did really like this one.
It definitely is like
this one. Ain't No Thief or Troglodyte are my like.
That I
top
also
three.
hearted
And
Ain't No
this one's
Thief.
my favorite, I think.
I got you.
The Return to Monkey was funny too.
Return to Michael was funny. I just didn't like it as much as I was hoping I was going to.
Fair enough. This one is.
I did want to say my last note was for Creepy Crawlers. I love the chorus. It feels that one felt very King Giz to me. They're turning kids into adrenochrome. They're turning kids to adrenochrome.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more of that, but it's just a different style of music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just that shit is so funny. I feel like we got to put Dylan on this shit.
I feel like he'd like it.
Also like satirizing conspiracy theories. I couldn't remember the fucking word.
Yeah.
I feel like he would fuck with this. We gotta put Dylan onto it, and he can in turn put Sarah onto it because I'm sure she would love it. Yeah, the Cognitive Trade-Off Hypothesis. It was also the first one I liked. On like the first listen through, I was like, okay, I'm kind of rocking with. And then I heard that and I was like, banger. It talks about the science of how our brains have evolved. It talks about linking to modern brain issues we face, like ADD and ADHD. It talks about why language exists. It's catchy as hell. It's very laid back and relaxed. Dude, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, he I think did you read the on Apple Music they have like a section where he like talks about inspirations for like different songs on the album?
I hadn't looked. I meant to because you mentioned it, but
it looks like on Genius like they pretty much just reference like all of those things that he said on Apple Music like at the bottom below the song. It's like this is what the artist said about the song. But
I bet they use ChatGPT to do it too.
Probably.
Hey,
Stealing our jobs.
stealing our job.
what did he said that he just saw this documentary that talked about how like weaker monkeys got kicked out of trees and had to survive amongst stronger predators, so they had to develop new communication skills. But it's called the cognitive trade-off hypothesis because they traded in order to gain the facilities for language and communication, they had to trade they had to trade their ability to have really fast reflexes. Was that what it was? Or was it like a really fast short-term memory?
Yeah, it's like so you since you're not in the trees and hiding anymore and you're on the ground, you're in more danger. So you have to learn much more rapid reflexes and mental reflexes so that you can be like, oh shit, there's a bunch of things that will hurt me over there. How do I react right now? You don't have time to draw out plans. So that's the long-term memory planning part of the brain got lesser as the more reactive, living in the present kind of thinking develop more. Cause the brain, there's only so much shit up in the brain, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We could count at incredible speeds to assess a threat really easily, like a pack of predators coming in. When the chimpanzees moved from the trees down to the savanna, they suddenly developed a need to communicate with each other about these threats. Mm-hmm. So they developed the ability to speak, and the theory is that we traded our ability to count things really fast. Really good short-term memories for long-term memories. Huh.
Yeah, and then what's he say in the interview? And that's what fucked us. Long-term memories gave us the ability to plan murder and shit like that. Monkeys don't think like that. They live in the now.
Okay.
Yeah. It all comes back to the monkey theory.
Dude, and then just the fucking, because it's also the part that I really like about looking at evolution and behavioral science, that people are like, why do we who cares? Whatever. He even says and what's all that got to do with me? And then he answers it.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of connection to my ADD? It's because we learn about evolution to see where our brains have been heading and where we are heading. And also that's why we learn about history, is to see what happened back then. How do we use that to prevent that from happening again now?
Yeah.
It's crazy how
that's why learning is cool, man.
You just realize that whole statement about history, and knowing about it so we don't repeat it,
yeah,
I learned that when I was younger, and I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense, whatever. But it just rings true more and more. The more life experience you have, you're oh, of course, personally, I don't make these same mistakes because I know the previous mistakes that I made. But you just see stuff happen, and you hear about stuff, and you're like, how do people not realize this is the exact same thing that happened 50 years ago in this thing that I learned about in school? It's the same tactics. It's the same, it's the same, design and scheme to get you on something's side. How can you not realize that it's manipulative or I don't know. But
yeah.
It's goofy, bro. I don't get it.
It'll be very goofy.
People got that goofy brain.
Yeah. Even starting out with the I like his voice, and he's like, did you know that years ago?
They do some shit cool, to his voice in this song, and it sounds really good.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. And then the we come down from the trees. I can fucking dance to that shit.
I know.
If this came on in the club and I was 3 drinks in,
I'd be twerking to this shit, bro.
I'd be twerking. I'd be throwing it back to this shit.
Naked monkeys, we climb down from the trees and learn to speak. We lost our detailed short-term memories. But what's all of this got to do with me? Is there some sort of connection to
Yeah, we need a Nick twerking gif, dude. Yeah, Nick twerking gif.
Yeah, I fucking yeah.
I got the wagon,
love the
bro.
song. It takes like an insanely niche and high number of boxes for me.
Fair enough.
Because it's also probably a lot. I don't know how many people listen to this music,
brother.
like even also like know about that or like cognitive trade-offs and things
Very
like
true.
that.
Mimi's like, I'm better than everyone.
I didn't say that. I just think it's cool to like
I'm
just
totally
make
better.
a song about.
I ain't your average
It's
punk
weird.
rock loser.
I watch documentaries and shit.
I watch food documentaries.
Yeah, so that one fucking banged. And then
Globe Earth into Ain't No Thief. Oh my god.
Ain't No Thief
so
is
good.
so good.
Oh,
Because
Ain't No
it's
Thief is
so fucking funny.
it's so funny.
It's
This was so
goddamn
funny.
funny. Dude, fucking
The first time
Oh, this
party,
one was-
my favorite coat. On the back was an image on a shrimp on a boat.
the first time I heard the song was it was around the first time I was really getting into the band, and I just watched like I think it was a Coachella set. It was like some kind of like after party highlight thing. Like I'm not sure if they were in the main lineup, but they were at some sort
Yeah.
of like Coachella sponsored thing, and they were just like, yeah, we're gonna play a new one for you. It's our last song. It's called "Ain't No Thief," and then like they just started ripping the guitar like, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I
my
mean, 'cause
god,
dude, it's insane.
what the hell?
Wow,
And
wow. And that sounds a lot like another song that I can't think of.
I love that song.
It's really good.
Yeah, dude. It's okay. So, but yeah, there's some shit where it's like a it. Oh, is it Guerrilla Radio by Rage?
Maybe it's kind of close.
I'm Mr.
No, it's not
But-
Guerrilla Radio. It's something. But I want to say it's something else by Rage Against the Machine. I'll have to poke around and find it. But yeah, the wow, just starting off.
That
Shut
on
up
top
to
of on top of the like just the bass groove and like some kind of like it sounds like they're just like cranking and uncranking like knobs on a synth like but like it's definitely like guitar. I've seen them play it live. They played at the IKEA festival, and and like one of the main reasons I figured out, I was like, oh, like they're actually doing that with guitar. They're not like warping some kind of synth noise, is because the guy's guitar messes up at the beginning of the song, and like that kind of cuts out. And I was like, oh shit, and he like fixes it and like starts playing it like in the first verse, but like. The song just sounds absolutely insane, and contrasted to like the lyrics, it's just hilarious.
It is
First verse, already swinging out the gate.
It sounds like
fucking
someone is
bar.
yelling at you at a party. Like that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, like the party's going on, and you're like, "Hey, is that's my grandma gave me that really specific jacket."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh, no.
promise
She
I
said,
had seen you before. Maybe
Yeah,
your
he
grandma
said-
bought a
he said
couple
that-
more.
yeah, he said that's the jacket I got for my grandma. And
No,
he's
it
like,
says
well,
from my
maybe.
grandma.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's got from my grandma.
Oh, yeah, it is. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You said that, and then I read it as for again, dude.
Okay.
Like,
Maybe I helped
got
with
from
the
my grandma.
grocery
And then
store.
he's like, well, maybe I helped her at the grocery store. Maybe she gave you
Yeah,
a gift. So
just
shut the fuck up.
immediately lying and gaslighting. Instead of being like, "Oh yeah, I took it," and she gave it to me
But then,
as
like-
a gift. So quit bitching, motherfucker. And then, dude, it's so fucking funny.
I showed up to the party in my favorite coat. On the back was an image of a shrimp on a boat. When you saw what I was wearing, you got real upset and said, "That's the jacket that I got from my grandma." Oh well, I promise I ain't seen you before. And maybe your grandma had bought a couple more. And maybe I helped her at the grocery store, and she gave it to me as a gift. So quit bitching, motherfucker.
And then the Shrimp City Beach 1993, we had your birthday party and the lighters were there. He's like, but I was there too, but I didn't actually get it from you. I had my own custom one made. And it was, he didn't even say he like took it from the birthday party. He was just like, actually, I had my own custom.
Made for me, motherfucker. I know. It's just so fucking good. Funny. The immediate like gaslighting and deflection. You're like, I fucking know people like that. Oh, and it's always over like dumb shit where you're like, did you take my pencil? It's like, no, this is mine. And it's like, bro, what? Yeah, just shit like that. Dude, and then just the I guess it's not a chorus, but the repeating of I know thief. We just got the same stuff. It's so funny.
It's really good. I love that song.
I recall buying this exact ladder when I was 15 years old. My grandpa gave it to me as a present.
It's like
I just finished my Boy Scout training.
This song is on par with Sports, the song that I mentioned earlier. It's like just like insane and just wild and like not really. I guess this one is more targeted satirically around kind of that same like style of character from Punk Rock Loser, like this like douchey asshole who's like around at some party who's stealing people's shit or just acting like a dick and like. But sports is more. I don't know. You could say it's satirical, but to me, it's just wild. It's just funny. But
yeah.
But this one, it's a banger. I had to warm up to it. The first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know if I can really listen to this. But
oh, dude, really? This was another one. First rip, I heard the I was like, this is great.
But now, anytime it comes on in my car, I borderline. I get close to like busting my speakers. I just like crank it the hell up. But
yeah, dude.
This is textbook example.
My dad. I feel like he would really like this one.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe he would. Yeah, your dad surprises me. He always has great music like suggestions, and he's got a wide variety of taste, but he just recommends stuff that I've like never even heard of or would think to look up, and I'm like, how did you know about this? This is amazing.
Yeah, he's very good at you're listening to one thing and he's like, oh, this is good. It sounds like these three very niche, obscure college bar bands.
Your dad is the Spotify DJ?
Dude, really, my dad is the AI Spotify DJ.
You like beach fossils? You should listen to Real Estate.
But yeah, man, this shit is so fucking funny. And another funny one is Big Boy. I don't really like this song overall. I mean, a big butt. But when he has
the OG,
whoever the like guy is that comes in, and he starts Jason like talking, he's a big boy.
I didn't like this one too much.
Fiercely English accent.
Yeah,
he's a big boy.
Yeah, that's right. He's a big boy. Yes, Captain Daddy. In a world full of privileged villains, let's have a real buddy. Check out his cape. He's gonna make your go fuck's sake. And he's got a belly in total contrast with your six-pack beach buds on telly. Well, he's a big.
Like it was really funny though.
That shit's funny, but overall, like, I didn't like love the song. Milk Farm is wild. I woke up on a milk farm and they're milking me.
that song that's after Return to Monkey. It's from the deluxe edition, not thematically related to the rest of the album. Like I would just like to insert that as a disclaimer because the first time I heard Milk Farm, I was like, what the hell? Like, Ain't No Thief is like one thing, but like I just heard Milk Farm and I was like, what is? He talks about like flying dogs, and then he talks about some guy standing in the corner while he's got like he's getting like milk pumped out of it, and it doesn't make any sense, but it is really funny, and but It Ain't Enough actually does kind of thematically tie into the album.
Really? Yeah, because Return the Monkey. So like the whole album is about like, we're like modern society is like fucking up. It was kind of simpler, but still not great back when we were like apes and shit like that. Like there have always been similar-ish problems and stuff like that. And then just the absurdity of, like, I guess lesser evolved-ish people just, like, doing dumb shit. And it's like, why? And things like that. And then, Return to Monkey is, like, absurd.
Yeah.
Leave society. Be a monkey. You don't have to worry about no current events. Just rub a frog on your genitals and stop paying your rent.
I love that. One of the main things he said in like an interview about that song is that he just had like I think he said he had a dream. It was either a dream or just something that he imagined, where he just thought about a crowd of people in front of him chanting, "Leave society, be a monkey."
Leave society.
And he was like,
"Be a monkey."
He was like, I have to put this in a song. Like, we have to figure this out because this would be amazing. And I was so looking forward to being in the crowd and yelling that, but then their concert got canceled, so I wasn't able to see
That would be a fun time.
What to believe, but they can't shoot me up with no 5G. If I'm a monkey living in the trees.
Don't take that vaccine, man. They'll turn you into a computer.
into a computer.
Out here in your local jungle, ain't nobody vaccinated. We spend our time throwing shit at each other, hanging out, just masturbating.
Oh man,
it's so funny.
Be a monkey. This one is also a very, like, I feel like it could be on one of the more off the wall Giz albums, with the synth and sax going on behind all the other shit.
Yep, totally. And the whole outro, like, I'm not sure like how that really thematically like relates to anything, but I enjoy the creepy atmosphere that it creates. About what does he say? Someone got their head cut off in an office, and the carpet was replaced, and everyone kept their cool in a stressful situation. And
and then a crew shows up and moves the furniture, which is meticulously cleaned.
Yeah, I didn't get that part too much.
I think it's just saying like crazy shit's happening, but then everyone, it's fine because everyone keeps their cool and it's been a good day, and then they just sweep everything under the rug because they feel pleased because they did a good job with the cover up of the heinous act, and it's just normalized. And then they just
that actually does kind of
that is a good way of putting it.
I don't know how I missed that.
I after everything that was metaphorical earlier in the album, I interpreted the outro very literally for some reason and was like,
I guess be a reference to something, but
I don't know.
Coincidentally, there's no way this works because like they didn't make the song and then do it all in one day, but the song was released when Shinzo Abe got shot by the guy with the doohickey.
Oh shit!
Interesting.
The
coincidentally, and they
the
just
infamous
to say
doohickey.
A murder in Japan, bro. That shit, dude. Talk about insanely morbid but funny days on Twitter. Fucking people saying, "Yo, he really got him with the doohickey." I also felt better once I learned apparently Shinzo Abe was like a really shitty guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fucking
the doohickey.
That's up there. That's up there with the. Someone was like, "Yo, MF just got doohickied or whatever." That's up there with the guy quote tweeting Chris Evans Chris Evans on the like January 6th where he said speechless, and someone quote tweeted him said, "Well, don't say anything, suit up."
Come on, bro. We need you.
Suit up.
I did.
Into
That's so funny.
Yeah, Return to Monkey is a wild ass outro.
Yeah, and then I like that the quit your job, just collect some sticks, find a tree, move into it, quit your job, collect some sticks, find a tree, move into it. It's just like yeah, just quit it, just find a random tree just to move into, and that's your life now.
You don't want to be
your
in
whole
society?
life.
Fuck it.
Leave.
You just pick a tree that's like over a highway. You still have like the ins and outs of everyday life. You're like, fuck, man, car crash next to my tree, dude. Now I gotta take the long way.
Yeah, I
take the long way to work today.
Specific because the song is obvious because it's spelled in a way. You're like, this is obviously fucking part of the like return to monkey memes. And so, and then, in the interview, I saw a meme that was just a picture of a monkey and it said return to monkey spelled like that. I love meme culture and especially that meme. So simple and yet so strong. Oh yeah. It's so fucking, I mean, like this honestly would be a very fun show to go to probably.
It would be insane.
It would.
I love that picture of him spitting beer into the crowd member's mouth. That'll have to be in the mood board. I almost I follow
the return to monkey. Gotta go in the mood board. For
I follow the photographer who took that picture, and she was selling it as like a print around Christmas, along with like I think it was like 9 other black and white prints from like concerts that she'd like taken pictures at throughout the year, and a lot of them were like coincidentally bands that I really liked. Like there was one with Turnstile that was really good. There was one with Spoon on their tour bus with their singer like in a cowboy hat, and I was like, God, this looks so cool. Like there was one with Emil and the Sniffers, and I was like I was so close to buying like at least one of them because they were all like $45 a piece, but I didn't buy any of them.
Did you know that years ago?
But
I think that that photographer, I've followed them for a while as well because I think
Pune
they took
Ghana?
some pictures of I think I found her through doing concert photos for Cage the Elephant back when we were in like high school.
Oh, could be. Yeah, she's pretty famous now. She'll like. I'm pretty sure she just gets hired by like festivals like Coachella, Lollapalooza, and like
that's gotta be such a cool fucking gig.
Yeah, she just like takes pictures of all the artists.
I read a little short bio from like the some school in Utah like student newspaper with the Backseat Lovers where they detailed like they were doing because it was when they were up and coming and they were like doing a show in some college town, and it was like the student writer was doing like a little hang out with them for the night and then the performance and then like do a little write-up of it. And I was like, I moved chairs and they get to do shit like this for their like college job. Like, damn, I did the wrong. I mean, I did it because Craig was like, hey, you should do it. And I was like, all right. And it was fun. I don't regret it because we all worked it. It was a really great time. But I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the end of the standard edition. It ends on Return to Monkey.
I did want to say I do love in Big Boy where he says the guest guy Jason Williamson. He's part of like they're almost like a punk British rap group called Sleaford Mods. That's what they're called, and their music is it's a bit hard to digest to get into, but I do like a couple of their songs, and I think their biggest one is called Mork and Mindy, and it's pretty good. But
like the show,
yeah. But you just got to get used to the accent. You don't hear a lot of music with that thick of a spoken British accent, at least like in the U.S.
I like the British grandpas that rap.
The what? What
on TikTok?
Dude,
what are their fucking names?
Like the, I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
This shit's so funny.
They were like, they're little gimmicky, but that's their verses were hard though. I'm not gonna lie.
So Nick, you said you specifically wanted to do the deluxe edition. What song? Because I couldn't guess from the songs which ones you wanted.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said last week, didn't he? He said he liked 3 of them and just didn't like Stretch My Arms, was it?
Oh no. I did say I really liked 3 of them, and one of them I wasn't a huge fan of, and but I said
Guess
I really
that
liked.
Song.
But I said I did like one of the slow songs a lot. So and I guess you could already kind of tell from earlier that I enjoyed Milk Farm, but it's just pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But but the one I didn't like very much is Only Friend. It's just like
really.
Yeah,
I kind of like that one.
I liked it.
Really?
It sounds like that one like Undersea where it's like, oh how the curtains of nada. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the one where if anything's like ever underwater and it's like the like jump scare, it's like the 3D animated where like stuff's like just huge underwater. It's always like, it sounds like his voice and just like the melody a little bit sounded like that song a little bit to
slow
me.
and like weirdly haunting.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
like
very
haunting. That's a good.
interesting voice.
You are my only friend, and I think about you all the time.
yeah, I do like it. I just like it less than like
Yeah.
all the other songs.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
But,
and Milk Farm was fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about Milk Farm besides it's insane. But and
It's
only
utterly
friend is
bizarre.
decent. Yeah, It Ain't Enough is pretty good. I like that. Like he just sounds like he doesn't say like I don't think he gives specific enough lyrics or references to where you could narrow down like the person that he's singing about, but it really just sounds like anyone with too much money, like money or
Yeah.
influence. Like
Yeah.
he's just talking about how this person seems to have a perfect life by material and worldly standards, but it ain't enough. And
10,000 people want to take my life from me.
yeah,
That ain't enough.
People try to take my life away.
and I think he kind of squanders it like by the end of the song, or he just has increasingly like wild behavior. But yeah, I don't know. That song's pretty good, and I did like Stretch My Arms. It sounded like you guys. I don't know if you're that big fans of it, but
I don't know if I really like that one as much.
I know it's slower.
was
I
fun.
figured you
I
might
didn't
not
really
like
have
it
any,
very much, Jordan. But
I don't think I did that much.
yeah, what'd you say, Jamie?
I did. Yeah, I mean, I just, that one and It Ain't Enough, I didn't really have many notes for.
I got you.
They
Something
weren't
about
bad, they were like fine.
yeah. I don't know, something about it. I just liked like I don't know. He's on his knees begging, pleading for someone to come back, but he just knows the
Yeah.
situation won't work. And there's a couple songs like that on the second album, not so much on the first album.
Okay.
But I like it when he gets in his slow, moody bag a little bit. But
Bro, you know what I really fucking want? I know I said that I like tattoos for these, but I wish I could get like a light gray crew neck with this album cover without the letters on it. Like just the 3x3.
Oh, yeah,
grid.
yeah.
That would go
Yeah.
so hard.
yeah.
I don't think the letters do that much. Does it? Is that like?
I don't know.
Does it actually like? Do you hate it that much?
No, I mean, it'd be fine. I would like it more if it was just a little bit of like a 9 grid absurdist images without any context on it.
Yep.
Wasn't necessarily. Like
You
the
could-
flip turn one I have, I love, but I wish that shirt didn't say flip turn on it. And it was just the Whales album cover.
I feel like you
Well, that's what you need to do. You need to go to Etsy, pick the light gray Gildan hoodie,
And just
paste
steal,
the JPEG
yeah.
into the drag and drop,
Right,
and
right.
then it'll be shipped to you in 2 weeks, buddy. All right, let me tell you.
For sure. Let me just go steal that. Yeah, so
God.
that concludes my my notes.
I think that concludes my notes as well.
I think that's all I've got. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I didn't
know?
I didn't I didn't pick it for a while because I just wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't sure how to. I just thought it was too out there, honestly. But
It's pretty
Oh, okay.
fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
I like it. Well, let's get to those ratings.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
It's
Dude, that shit's fun.
He's got a belly. In contrast to your
Alright.
six-pack
Beach
beach
balls.
bod on telly.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so ratings, Nick, you get to go first
Oh,
because
my
you
fault.
picked it. Then Jordan,
My
and
fault.
I will go next because we're definitely recording next week, and I am choosing the album for next week
Yes.
because we're recording next
Next
week.
week. Yes. I think I'm gonna give it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 10. All right.
I knew you.
I love it. Looking back at my album list of last year, this would have cracked the top 5. It should have.
Fuck it.
I would move it around, but it's too late now. The 1975 album, I must have been feeling some type of way or something. That would get.
David really were. You both were going crazy for that.
Hey, I still like it. I still like it, but it would probably fall out of the top 5 now. It would probably be Dawes, Drug Dealer. I'm thinking Dawes, Drug Dealer, Planes, Viagra Boys, Angel Olsen. Lock it in right now.
Okay.
If we were to do a
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If we
Pull
were.
the old O.J. Simpson. If I did it, you know.
Oh.
Okay, Jordan, you're
They're
up.
not stealing your own merch back, buddy. They're gonna get you for it.
I'll give this a 7. I'll give it a
Let's
7.
go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Fuck
Nick,
yeah.
go in.
So that's an 8.33, and that puts it at 9th overall. Well, it's tied for 9th.
Okay,
It's
Nick.
tied.
Nick cracking in the top 10.
It's tied with 2 Jordan picks, actually. It's tied with College Dropout
All right.
by Kanye, and it is tied with Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Interesting.
Wow.
Different vibes.
It is just above 21 by Adele and just below
Get fucked,
Decide
Adele.
by Joe.
Get fucked, Joe.
Wait, Joe's number 8?
Yeah.
What did I rate that album?
Damn. We went crazy.
You
for
gave it a
that.
6, Nick gave it a 9, I gave it a 9.7, and Zach, your friend Zach, gave it a 9 as well.
I'm surprised
Really?
I gave it a 9, honestly.
Dude, that
I
album
did
bangs.
really like it. I just haven't listened to it in
Yeah.
a while.
I hadn't either for a while, and then it like came on again, and I was like, oh yeah, these songs are fucking great. So I would recommend a re-listen. I think it was when I was listening to Stock Child Wonder, some of my like recommended playlists that auto generate started throwing in some like changes and shit like that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I really like this album.
Yep. I definitely forgot to even mention that in my honorable mentions for last year. That was a great album.
That was a great album. We're speaking of great albums. We're doing another one next week, but it's a very
It's a bit of a shit.
different album than what we did for today. We're going to be doing Melodrama by Lorde.
Nice.
So tune in for that one. You're going to have a weird ass playlist next week.
Hey, I'll figure it out. I'll just
Get
put
it.
in the heavy hitters for Melodrama. Supercut.
Hell yeah.
This song's hype as
It's
shit.
just a supercut of us.
In your car, the radio up. In your car, the
You're gonna
radio.
come to the radio up. I'm a liability.
That one's got to go in there. I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's got to go in there. Liability reprise.
I'm throwing
Reprise.
ribs in for the fuck of it.
Fuck it, we go on tennis courts, baby. What's the like big Royals?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what's like the global like one that she broke in?
Stoned at the nail salon.
Freshman year of high school, I still remember it, dude. I still remember this one specific dude that went to my high school singing it.
Royals?
Oh, man. I actually hated that song when it first
Was
came
his
out.
name
Royals
Abe?
by Lorde?
Yeah, when it first came out, I hated it.
Dude, that song bangs.
Little known fact, Abe.
Yeah, now it does.
Abe is the biggest Lord fan.
Abriel
Who?
is a huge Lorde fan.
Like, The Weeknd?
What? No, your friend Abe, who's been on the
Oh, I thought you were saying Abel.
No, I said Abriel.
Oh, I thought you said Abel.
You might want to listen back. I might have accidentally said his last name. I'm not sure what his last name is, but you might.
Okay, I
want to
will make sure I didn't, or that you didn't say that.
Fuck you.
Getting doxxed on an episode he's not on. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Melodrama. I think this is going to be my last sad album for a while because it's starting to warm up,
Let's go.
get a little summery, a little springy, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wanted to sneak it in just before, because I'm also trying
Okay,
to pick more women in music.
You've
You know,
inspired me, Jamie. I
Because
think for my next pick.
story, dude.
Relax. I think.
Can't tell if that's satire or not.
No, it is. Dude, I didn't realize, like, I saw that 5 or 6 times before I realized what it was, like, a play on.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's a play on.
Like, instead of history, like his story, history, it's her story. But then if you say it all together, it's herstory, and that just sounds kind of fucked up.
Widowy
It's supposed to
Hostory.
be. She going home when she supposed to be herstory.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to pick more women-led art or
Nice, man.
acts this year because I listened to it. I just for some reason haven't picked it.
Me too. The more you talk about it, the more I want to try and do that as well. I've been, I feel like the last 3 podcasts I've talked about Amyl and the Sniffers for some reason, and they would be. I'll probably give it a break. I probably won't pick them next time because they're kind of similar to this, but at least in that punk yelling sense. But I thought I was bonding with a bartender one time because I was like, you guys playing Amyl and the Sniffers right now? He didn't know. He just went and checked the. I knew they were playing Amyl and the Sniffers, but he just went and checked the phone, and he was like, he looked like a guy who would listen to Amyl and the Sniffers.
Right.
And I was like,
I feel like
playing
this will be a
Amyl
cool bonding moment.
yeah. I was like, you playing Amyl and the Sniffers right now? And he went and checked.
Poor Nick.
Went and checked the phone, and he was like, yeah, that's who it is. And I was like, cool. Can I get a Miller
Poor
High Life?
Nick.
Bro, give me my champagne of beers.
He was like, why did you ask me a question? I want your money.
Yeah. Fuck you, pay me.
Oh man.
But yeah,
All right.
I guess recent listings, and then this one's done. Lana Del Rey's new song, "The Grants." It's going to be the first song on the new album, and it's yet again another different one than the other 2, and everyone's been very different. So I am increasingly excited for when that album finally comes out. Still listening to a lot of St. Paul because they've been dropping some new shit, and new album comes out in 3 days. I think it comes out Friday.
Oh, nice.
So very excited for that album. I am hopefully not going to be disappointed by. And Miley's new album she put out in the summer vacation, and it's a very good listen. Definitely recommend it.
Endless summer vacation.
Mm-hmm. Flowers is good. The acoustic Flowers that's on the album is very good. And Rivers, Jaded, and Do Something About It are all absolute bangers. So if you haven't given the new Miley album a listen, I would recommend it.
Rinse and repeat.
And I think that's pretty much it for me for my recent listenings.
I got you.
Nice. When I guess I'll go next. I've been still just kind of First Day Out remix with Da Baby in it has been my go-to listen song for some reason. That song's so good. And then apparently I've been listening to Shuda a lot. Sometimes I look at my on repeat. I'm like, which songs have I listened to the last week? I'm like, I haven't listened to any of these. I really haven't been on my way to traveling back or to Winston. I literally just listened to an interview on my way there, in the car. I was just like, yeah,
Fair
might as
enough.
Oh
well.
shit.
I was just I don't feel like listening to music, you know?
Yeah, real quick. I've started listening to Otherworld finally. It's very
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, what?
It's
What
the
is
podcast that Nick's talked about. That's the supernaturally one. I liked it when Nick told me about it at episode 3. I added it so it started showing up in my podcast feed, and I haven't listened to a single episode, and they're on 25 or 26 now. But
Which
the
one
other
did you
day I
listen
started
to?
listening. All the first 5.
Okay.
I just listened to the Hat Man Part 2, I guess, and that's where I ended it.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I like those.
And then Washing Machine Heart by Mitski.
Let's go.
Oh hell yeah, dude! We got a Mitski guy, dude.
Mitski and Bojack.
This
is bad.
This was Arden's song that she just kept playing on my speakers for it shot up to number 1 on repeat, and then it just kept coming on. And it was this thing that I didn't love the song at first. I was like, it's whatever. But then you just listen to something so many times, you're like, you know what? This isn't that bad. Let me listen to it myself now.
Oh,
so now I'm listening to.
I haven't listened to my on repeat in forever. Turns out I've been listening to a lot of Hosier as well. Cherry Wine is now my number 1 on that.
Interesting.
Which is fair. I have been listening to a lot of Cherry Wine. I just didn't realize that.
I'm curious now.
Damn. I got Self-Control, Liability, A&W by Lana, Cherry Wine, and White Ferrari. Oh my God, what? White Ferrari? Those are all in my top 15.
Interesting.
And Mount Joy by Mount Joy, that's a similar vibe of like introspective. Huh.
This makes sense. I did rinse a lot of these songs. I don't think
Players by Coi Leray is number 23.
Hey, let's go.
Basic ass.
Oh, you were excited? I was listening to it last week. Now it's basic.
Oh no, it's been basic. I was just trying to be more
Politician.
supportive. No, I was just trying to be more supportive and not call you out that quickly because I wanted you to listen to more. But I was like, wow, it's like the most basic song you can listen
It's
to.
basic for a reason. Because it's great.
Exactly.
It's a classic.
It's okay.
Don't Fade Away, Beach Fossils, still rinsing. Turn Yourself Around, Sam Blasucci, half of Mapache, rinsing. Lip Service by Drug Dealer, oh, so good.
That's the new
Sounds like
single,
a-
yeah?
Yeah, sounds like a 70s pop song. It's fucking great. Sounds like a Todd Rundgren song.
You said Dolph Lundgren?
Close. Close. Todd Rundgren. If you know Hello, It's Me, what a killer song. But
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
so close.
No, that's Lionel Richie, right?
I think so.
Who is? Yeah, I think so.
But Oceans of Emotions, the Teskey Brothers. Oh, such a good new song.
The Teskey Brothers
But
bangs.
they're so good.
I saw the last quarter of their set at Bonnaroo 2019, and I wish that I saw
Okay.
the whole thing.
But outside of that, Bully came out with a new song, really good. Been listening to a lot of Viagra Boys, listened to all of their music. I'd never done that before. Listened to like all their EPs and stuff over the last
Wow.
week. Pretty good. They have a song that's really funny off of one of their EPs called Lick the Bag. And I would suggest giving it a listen. They towards the end of the song, of course, naturally, the song is about you run out of drugs, you don't know where to get more, but you can still lick the inside of the bag. And
Amen, brother.
okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
You can
And,
always lick the bag.
at the end of the song, or like towards the end, it's not like fading out or anything. It's still like heavy in the groove and stuff. And he's like, "What did I say, kids?" And there's like these kids' voices, and they're like, "Lick the bag," and it's they do it a couple times, and it's really funny. But I revisited Solar Power a little bit because of because of pure spontaneity, not because of any reason that any sort of double recording that we might be doing this week, stacking episodes up.
I don't think
But,
we're doing
okay.
that. I think we're
Yeah.
recording next week.
yeah, I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about
we
actually.
definitely are. Yeah.
But Stone in the Nail Salon's really good.
Oh, dude, that song is so fun. I've listened to that song a lot as well. That song fucking bangs.
But the last thing I want to say, Doug Paisley, really great new album. Produced, I'm not sure if the whole thing was produced by Afi of Bahamas, but I do know that like the debut single was produced by him. And I think they're pretty good friends. And if you like Bahamas, you would definitely like the album. So it's called Say What You Like. That's the title song. It's really great. My favorite song that wasn't a single is called If I Wanted To. Check it out. It's mostly it's a pretty sad album. A lot of the songs are about divorce, but
Let's go.
hard. But yeah, check it out.
Hard. Then I guess that's it. I just wanted to say thanks for listening this week and watching. If you did, remember to tune in next week for Melodrama by Lord. And once again, if you want to keep up the show or share your thoughts about this week's episode, check out these socials. We are on Twitter at Listen Up Podcast and Instagram and TikTok, both at Listen Up Pod. Those accounts, as well as our personal handles, the merch link, the link tree that's got the various playlists we have for the show, like, you know, not this week, but last week and next week. The next edition of Nick's playlist will be coming out. All of that are going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode. That link tree is also add those social bios. And finally, if you enjoyed this episode, if you could throw a rating or review on your respective platform, that would be great. YouTube, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And other than that, for now, we will catch you next week. And remember to listen up.